Come on back into another episode of Game Runs Deep and Talk of Champions. I'm Sudu. That's Ben. And it feels like it's been forever, but we were literally just on a 9+ hour live stream just a few days ago. But I don't know why it feels like it's been about a month since Trinidad Chambliss's hearing and obviously ultimately the injunction granted to return to Ole Miss. And that's the last time I saw Ben. Benny, what's up? Tell me about your date with your wife on her birthday. I haven't spoken to you since all that happened.
Well, it went well. We went and got a steak at Tallahatchie Gourmet, or I got her one, because, I just eat leftovers at this point in my life. It's true.
Okay.
Like I took the wife and the kids and her and my sister-in-law and let them all order what they want. And
wait, I thought this was just a Ben and Emily thing. You had everybody there.
Well, it was, but then it wasn't. Like we got Valentine's night to ourselves, and we ended up just like, marathon watching a Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And then you like get around like, hey, should we have sex now? And she's like, or do you want to? And you're like, I'm tired. We're old, man. We've been.
Is that what I have to look forward to, man? That's what marriage is
beautiful compromising, wanting each other in passion when it's convenient for everyone. I guess so.
Yeah. Well, that's
a rousing start here on Game Runs Deep. But no, it was great. It really was. And I don't feel like it's been a while. Because when you spend 9 hours with someone,
yeah,
kind of changes your perspective a little bit, right? And so
no, that's fair.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. I took a shower this morning. The hair's not cooperating, so people are going to talk about how I touch it all the time in the
what
chat.
Happened? Just rock the hat, not the Bears one, which still doesn't make sense. But
I want to say hey to Mary. Mary right there says hotty toddy all the time. God is good. Yes, he is.
Is Mary in here?
Mary's here. I've been missing Mary. Mary's like our most frequent poster.
I mean, she's the most loyal. I said her and her husband are probably the most loyal listeners of Game Runs Deep,
And then there's Ole Miss fan 1988240. He's there all the time. Are you ready, hotty toddy? He also said Ben's wild, but you're right. I mean, I'm not wrong here. My wife's a baddie, but let's be honest here. Like, your boy's old and fat. This is my age 40 year, man. This is crazy. Mick. Hey, smoke with Sudu every day. Smoke with Sudu every day. But no, it's been good, man. It was fun to get to spend some time with the wife, and she turned 39, and then we had the Valentines, and did the whole thing. How was your weekend, sir? How was your Monday? Did you watch a lot of college baseball? No.
I kept up. I didn't watch. I saw bits and pieces Friday for Ole Miss. I didn't see a lot Saturday. Sunday, I saw a good amount, and Great stuff on the mound there Sunday, man. Really exciting. We'll get to that, obviously. But, I mean, just overall, like, nationally, I was just kind of keeping my eye on, like, college baseball as a whole. And that should be a fun season ahead. I don't know. Did you see the kid from Baylor?
Baylor?
This kid from Baylor. Dude, Tice Armstrong. Okay, so he got Big 12 Newcomer of the Week honors this week. Okay. Became the second player in NCAA history. Ben, he hit 3 grand slams in one game.
He was the 3 grand slams guy.
Yeah.
12
Friday night,
12 ribbies.
They won 15-2 against New Mexico State. Run rule, of course. 12 ribbies, like you said. That's a new school record for Baylor. Also,
I would think so.
Right. It's incredible because a major leaguer hasn't even hit 3 grand slams. I think the most has been 2 in one game for a Major League Baseball player. And that's only like 12 players total in the history of Major League Baseball. And this dude just did it in one game. I think for the whole as a weekend, I think he hit about 300 and drove in 14 runs. Most of those coming on Friday night. But dude, Baylor's Tyson Armstrong. I don't know if this is going to be like one of those one-time. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to hit 3 grand slams again, but like, is this guy? Is he going to go on to win the? What's the main trophy? You have Golden Spikes, and then there's the other one.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm posting the link to Game Runs Deep on my message board, the Ole Miss Spirit, omspirit.com, Philip on 3. I tuned you out.
Sign up today. Is there a percent? You didn't give your
$1? Oh, I'm sorry. This QR code right here is typically for the Ole Miss Spirit, omspirit.com, Philip on 3. But as all of you probably know, we are raising money for my friends at the New Albany High School Musical Theater Department and their production of Tuck Everlasting. So if you'd still like to give, man, y'all been amazing. No amount is too small. $1, $5, $100, $1 million. I don't think anybody's just like, you know what? I'm feeling motivated to give $1 million. But if you're motivated to give something, that's what this QR code is. It's typically to the Ole Miss Spirit, OleMissSpirit.com, affiliate of On 3. You sign up today for $1. Our thanks to Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Oxford, Riverland Roofing, B&A Bank, Drew Moak of USA Benefits Group. So many people that power everything we do, both here at Talking Champions. I hate your. Why are you smirking over there?
I'm reading comments, bro. I mean, this guy literally just said, "Just curious, is Sudu high?" Like, I just.
So you are.
I am not. I wish I was.
See, we started out with sex and drugs. We're rocking.
Yeah, here we are. This
morning on Game Runs Deep /
Sounds like
Talking Champions / having fun, whatever.
It seems all the commenters that are always like, "Hey, we're whatever." It's like they seem to be having a great time. So it's like, yeah, maybe I do wish I was hot. I don't know.
Oh, that's the way to kind of come back around and tie that all in, I suppose. But yes, it's been.
What was that? What was that comment?
It's just like nothing. But with the Baylor dude going for 3 grand slams, 12 ribbies. That's the most impressive part of it.
100%. Yeah.
Oh man, we're already off the rails here.
We are.
But we're in the off season. I still think I'm recovering from the Trinidad show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was Friday.
I think Judge Whitwell's still reading his ruling.
No doubt. That was something, man. And it's so crazy because the amount of texts I got. I mean, I saw the numbers, like 84,000 plus people watching throughout the almost 10 hours. So I saw it in front of my eyes. It didn't compute until I started getting texts or started checking my phone after I hopped off. And I was like, oh my God, like everyone I know watched this thing. This is incredible.
Yeah. It was great. Peter Burns, my guy from ESPN, was in the chat. He'll be in Swayze Field this weekend for Ole Miss fans.
I saw that.
He's
Speaking
awesome.
Of which, continuing on our kind of opening weekend of college baseball, I am wildly disappointed in the student section right now in their inability to sync the beer showers. Like what is going on? Think of their
first of all,
stop
beer shower shaming them.
No,
stop beer shower shaming.
Beer shower shaming.
Man,
I saw a video this weekend. It was despicable. It was sad. When I was
get your butt out there and you do the beer shower and show them the right way.
I'm too old. I can't go out there now.
Exactly. Then leave them peoples alone. There's no rhyme or reason to this.
I'm disappointed in the youth. Yes, there is a rhyme or reason to it, okay? When you give yourself a reputation and you're known for something, it becomes a tradition. You got to do it the right way. And it's supposed to be all in unison, so it creates that massive effect. So when it comes on video, when the season slows it down, it needs to just be one giant cascade up, pouring down. That's all I'm saying. It's poetic, Ben. It's poetic. All the Keystones and Natties those kids are throwing in the air. I want it to look like champagne, okay? And it did not.
You sound like an old man yelling at a cloud. That's just what it is to me. Let these kids live, all right? I've just learned something. We've gotten very old very quickly. And that sounds very cliche, but it's true. You know how I spent my Monday night? In Memphis, Tennessee for Monday Night Raw. All right?
Let's go.
Now, old me, Jerry the King Lawler, hooked up my guy, Jeffrey Pipkin, with some tickets. And Pip let me tag along with him, his son Cam, and my guy Drew.
Humble brag, by the way. Jerry the King Lawler gave my boy some tickets.
It's true. Like that's all. And then like the King comes out every Memphis show and does his like, waves to the crowd. King was ready to get out there quick. I was hoping we get to meet the King. You know what I mean? My guy Drew's wearing a shirt that the King wore, like calling a WrestleMania or something. Still had the makeup on it, dude. Like these are. And then I learned something. I didn't know who Javon Evans was till he.
Oh my God! How crazy is that guy?
Crazy. I didn't realize that we've got 2 El Grande Americanos now. We got Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser.
That's right.
Like CM Punk. The best part for me, like I'm out there, singing Cult of Personality, you went to Raw, you're lucky. Well, this is what I'm saying, though. All I could think was I'm so tired, I want to be at home. Not that I didn't have a great time, but it's just like, man, 9:30, we still hadn't gotten Gunther in the 3-way tag or the triple threat.
Raw is way too long, though, dude. I used to say that because remember when I worked there, I used to have to watch every single one of these shows, and I'm a football guy, so I'm trying to watch Monday Night Football and pay attention to Raw at the same time. And it's like, why is this 3 hours long? There's no reason Raw needs to be 3 hours long.
It was exhausting.
Show should be more than 2 hours, in my opinion.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I remember going to Raw at the Forum and meeting LL Cool J. You know what I mean? Because he was doing like a promo. You know how they used to sit like celebrities right behind Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Like they would do. And here, look who's in attendance. And it was LL Cool J and Chris O'Donnell. And me and my guy crosswalked, and like I was in a place. You know, I had partaken in some libations. So
Yeah.
I was
As one
on a
does.
level, as one does. And so I see LL Cool J over there, and like I was the only one he would let come over and take a picture because I kept just going like, "LL, what's up, my guy? Hey, you know." But then I walk over there and there's Chris O'Donnell too. It's just like, oh, hey, Chris O'Donnell. Hey, LL Cool J. Hey, Robin from Batman and Robin. You know, so I remember like these used to be events for me. I remember when Daniel Bryan, I was there as we occupied Raw. You know what I mean? I was at WrestleMania 30. Me and my guy Drew, who went with me yesterday, dude, we almost died. We almost died coming back. Like we spun out on the highway driving back home because it was raining and stuff. Dude, I've got stories for days about wrestling. Meeting Ric Flair, which was a disappointment.
Yeah, you have way more stories, and I worked there for a year.
Yeah, and so I get
real deal.
And so like I haven't paid attention to wrestling in a long time.
Yeah.
But my guy, Lil Pip, he's like, Ben, will you come with it? Like, heck yeah, dude. And Lil Pip, he's in 8th grade, man. He's like one of my daughter's friends. He's awesome. So look, like I'm sitting by Lil Pip. So the minute, cult of personality hit, I'm like losing my stuff. You know what I mean?
Wait, an 8th grader got you tickets?
No, his dad, Jeffrey Pipkin.
Oh, his dad. Lil Pip is the son. Sorry.
Lil Pip's the son.
There's Big Pip.
Get on my level, son.
Sorry, bro. I'm.
So I came out of the gates hot, Sudu. I came out hot. Like Bailey, who I saw her perform at Minglewood Hall here in Memphis, like when she was with NXT, was like the most loaded card I've ever seen. And like, I love Bailey. I was still going, I'm a hugger still, Bailey. And she was, of course, like, who is this weird redhead that's staring at me? You know?
Oh, man.
But, buddy, I'm going to tell you by 8:30, there's a reason I'm saying this. By 8:30, I'm like, oh, golly, I need to be drinking a warm glass of milk. Getting tucked in right beside my beautiful wife, Emily. It's a long way of saying we are old. You shut your mouth. Unless you want to get out there and get in them beer showers yourself, you keep that mouth shut.
I will not.
Gary's right. Will said meeting Ric Flair was disappointing. Yes, colossally disappointing. And the great full circle moment for me going to Raw last night. For WrestleMania 30, I'd sign up for the whole gambit, bro. Like I went to Access and I had like the VIP meeting with CM Punk. Well, CM Punk walked out. They replaced him with Ric Flair.
Oh,
like I'm very like disappointedly going, the Horseman. But it was a trip. Like Big E does Slim Jim commercials now. He's not doing the hard 5 count. It's very corporatized. And all I know is I'm very, very old because at 8:30, I still got the kids in front of me. They were jacked, man. They were still ready to rocking and they were rolling. They were eating and all the things. And then there was Ben going, "Woo, Bailey. Yeah, go, Bailey."
Yeah, I could not. I mean, look, I'd probably be in a better spot than you in there. Was there no Red Bulls like available? Is there like energy drinks of any kind like that you could?
Well, they might maybe, but I just went for the Modelo's. Night out, honey said.
You started with beer. See, that's always the.
Well, the best part is where we ate to pregame it. Hooters.
Oh, I was gonna say like Huey's. You went to Hooters?
Well, I did. I was just a tag along for this whole thing. Well, I just want to take a moment and say Hooters got some fire ass wings, bro.
They really absolutely. They do. Did you go to the Hooters right down the street, like on?
It was like 15 minutes away. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Different Hooters. I thought you went to the one.
I almost bought you a shirt.
You almost bought me a shirt.
Well, because think about how awesome this is. It says Hooters in like Olive Branch, Mississippi, or like wherever it is.
Oh, okay, y'all.
Which is hilarious. Holly Springs.
Downtown. Yeah.
Yeah. See, William says he's too old for beer showers.
No, listen, I would love to be there. I just wouldn't feel right. It's like when I go to some of my favorite places, like establishments in Atlanta, and I just see a bunch of kids that look like me at 22, and I go, I'm in the wrong place. That's how I'd feel sitting out there. But I can't. What?
That's how we started. 14 minutes in, sex, drugs, and Hooters, baby. Like we're like in the early 2000s.
Well, we're talking about Ric Flair, so it kind of all tracks.
And I don't know when that happened, but like they don't woo that anymore. Like when you get the chops and stuff, you don't get any Ric Flair woos anymore. But Gunther, I fully underestimated how loud his slaps were. Poor Javon Evans, who was my first time experiencing his wrestling yesterday. He turned around and got slapped in the back, and dude, that was the loudest thing. I went, "Oh God!" Oh.
So Gunther slaps. So prior to going to WWE, I didn't know how like any of that worked. I didn't know how they, if it was a sell, if it was real, I didn't know. And I mean, I started noticing that the chops were real because all my friends would come back,
They're
you know,
real,
to
dude.
Gorilla, and their chests were just red as shit.
Yeah.
But when I really knew that it was like real freaking deal was I got to go to a taping of SmackDown in Orlando. This is my first time, and Gunther had already been called to the main roster. Ludwig Kaiser, right?
Who is huge.
Yeah. Oh, they're
Like,
massive. Those
I
dudes
was
are
not like he's El Grande Americano. I'm not spoiling anything for anybody, I hope. But like there's
right.
Chad Gable and there's Ludwig Kaiser. And like Ludwig is massive.
He is. He's a big dude.
Human being.
Very nice guy too.
Well, I like that's endearing.
He was very to me. I mean, I can't speak for everyone. You say that in wrestling, and then another person will be like, "Oh, really?" Because he did this to me, and then you're like, "Whoa, okay." But to me, he was awesome. And they were filming a promo. This is like taped to run later, right? And Gunther, they had to do this 3-4 different times, dude. This guy's chest at the end of it, like legitimately was bleeding. That there were just welts. And that's when I mean, and they're boys. Like, they're really good friends.
Yeah.
They came up in NXT UK and everything together. And, I mean, he is just smacking the shit out of Ludwig. And then the segment ends, they're like, we're going to need you to do it again. Nope. Like, without hesitation, like, oh, okay, we need to do it again. Okay, sounds good. And then, like, they're just right back, ready to go.
Dude, it's insane.
It's absolutely
insane.
It's incredible, like, how they can just take those chops. Most of those, like, things
they sound like like that one to Javon in his back sounded like a gunshot.
It's and no one gives chops like Gunther does right now. Like nobody.
No, that's his whole spiel. Like he doesn't even have to do anything else anymore. He just does like a power bomb and he does like some German suplexes and of course, or some hold that his hold to get him to tap, which is just I hate that. But Gunther's awesome. But I'm tired of Bailey taking pins. Bailey's my favorite female wrestler.
You know, I tried to get Bailey to give your daughters an autograph, and I just was told that was not a good idea. Because remember, you texted me, you're like, dude, if there's anything you can do, just one thing, it would be to get my daughter an autograph from Bailey. And I remember in the PC, Bailey would show up. This is when she was still rehabbing, so she wasn't even competing on the main roster. So she would just be at we would do these like almost like what you would call a scrimmage in football, right? These like mock shows to practice this is the Performance Center. This is where everybody's learning how to be a WWE superstar. And Bailey would just be sitting in the corner just eating like her meal prep. You know, I'd just look over, I'd be in the ring announcing someone coming in, and I'd be like, oh, there's Bailey just eating her egg salad or whatever. So I was gonna, because you had texted me this a few times. So one day I looked at my friend, and she'd been wrestling for a while, but I was like, hey, my buddy's like daughters are huge Bailey fans. You think it'd be weird if I just went to Bailey and just asked her to like sign a piece of paper or something for them? And she was like, Bailey probably wouldn't care, but if our manager found out, she was like, they might fire you. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, yeah, wrestling's kind of weird. And then I learned a lot in that year about how wrestling works, and obviously how like it's
all I hear is that you had an opportunity and you biffed it. That's all I hear.
I didn't biff it. Thank God my girl Kelly was like, don't, or they're gonna. I mean, they fired me eventually anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, when Michael Cole came out, I didn't like out of protest. Like, I just sat down, like, and I love Michael Cole, but I'm
Cole was very kind to me. Cole was. I mean, there were only a couple things from Cole that I think that would have been considered not being kind. The only thing is when I left, I texted obviously everybody. Cole just never responded. So I don't know what was up with that. Maybe he was just busy.
That's rude. That's rude.
That was a little interesting to me. But.
I mean, when the King came out, I even rooted for Corey Graves, you know? But anyway, we're getting off wrestling here.
Graves was nice. Graves, I met him at Raw once, and or was it WrestleMania maybe? And he was just watching Netflix in his like little locker room area.
Because it's all corporatized. When they're not on, they're just being humans.
I just
wanted Bailey to not take the pin. I wanted to punch her ticket to Elimination Chamber. And instead it's Asuka, which as long as it's not Natty, I'm good. I didn't know Natty was still going. I'm glad that Bailey's still going.
She's mentoring the youth now.
The youths.
So she's doing a great
We're
job.
Old. We're old. So
she was very kind too. She was very nice.
That's sweet to hear.
Yes.
Actually, that's really great to hear. But also, we're old. All right.
Yeah.
I don't got it in me like I used to. All right. One $13 Modelo that's about that tall. Yeah, that one. I'm like, okay, I'm tired now. I want to go to sleep. You know what I mean?
$13 for a Modelo. This is why I love living in Atlanta and going to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, dude. Because Arthur Blank has just made like everything so affordable. Like when I go to other stadiums now, or like here, you talk about a $13 Modelo. I'm like, good God.
But it's a tall boy, but it's like, come on.
That'd be like $6 at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
We're old. Do not tell those kids how they should be beer showering. They're beer showering perfectly fine.
First of all, I will not tell any kids anything about showering.
We got a shout out to make.
Okay.
Important shout out in the chat. Hey, Ben, my fiance passed away a few years ago. Got her daughters visiting currently. Can I get a shout out to Emma and Bailey? First of all, what's up, Emma and Bailey? Ben's here. That's Sudu. And I promise you, he's not high.
Do I look? I mean, I feel like I'm pretty. So. I feel like I'm pretty awake today. I woke up pretty early.
Hi to Emma and Bailey. God bless you, brother. I'm sorry for your loss. God is good, and I'm glad that you've got some fellowship with your daughters. I hope you have a wonderful time. Thank you for tuning in to Game Runs Deep, Talk of Champions. The Ole Miss community, the Ole Miss family is pretty dead gum special. So God bless you, my friend. All right.
That was nice. It was very kind. Anyways, so we got onto the subject talking about beer showers at Swayze. Yeah, kids, do better. There's that. So the other thing in opening week that was really cool, actually, and I don't know if you saw this. Did you see Clemson baseball's tradition? Do you know about this?
No.
Really one of the really cool traditions in college baseball was instituted a year ago by Eric Bakich in Clemson. All the players not in the lineup today are now making their way into the stands. They're asking all the military veterans who have served to stand, and they go out and just basically go one by one and thank each and every one of them for their service.
Well, it's one of the culture things that Coach Bakich does. Now, here, look at the Army. The Army team doing the same thing.
Yeah.
How cool is this?
Look at this.
Nice. Well done.
Army's making their way up as well.
Well done, Coach Strass. Just buying into what Clemson is doing. See Nick Schnabel.
All right. I did know that. I saw that.
That was pretty cool, huh? And that was like cool. They said, Coach Eric Bakich, who he started the tradition a year ago. I think his dad was in the Vietnam War. The granddad was in World War II. So it's very important for him. And just kind of started it last year and was like, I can't believe we hadn't been doing this more. And then on opening day, it was really cool because they played Army. And so then, Army decided we're going to do the same thing. And I thought that was really cool. They do it in the fourth inning of every game. Everybody in the dugout just goes up and just shakes as many hands as they can for any veterans in the crowd. And it's a cool unifying moment, man. We don't get a lot of those these days. So that was nice.
I agree. The spirit of the thing we talk about a lot here on Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones? Game Runs Deep. Bro, I'm back in. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms has got me. But we talk about this a lot on Game Runs Deep, about the spirit of the thing and how we feel like a lot of that's been lost due to the cynical turn across the board in many ways for college athletics, right? That's pretty cool. And even for the most cynical of cynics like me, to see Army join in, I mean, that just pulls at the heartstrings. My papa Troy, he fought in Korea. God rest his soul. You know what I mean? We used to value things, I think, more respectably and with far greater passion and conviction than we do now. And to see that, not to say that like it's really just a bunch of players going around shaking hands, but the spirit of what college athletics used to be and the communal aspects of it, I think that's really, really special. And that was really cool to see. So kudos to Eric Bakich. Kudos to Army, man, for jumping in and joining it too. Because if you're Army, you're dang right. You get up there too.
If you're Army, you're like, this is going to be us in the future, It's
like Army, you better be go up there shaking some hands too. That was really cool. And it's made Mary cry.
Yeah.
Her dad was in the Army for 30 years. Operation Iraqi Freedom. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I thought that was pretty neat. And the final thing I have, just from the opening weekend of college baseball, I know we're going to talk about Ole Miss, obviously, but there were so many lopsided scores, Ben, this weekend when college baseball. These are football scores, okay? Virginia beat Wagner 31-9. LaSalle beat the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Did not know that was a university, but it is 27-10. Shout out to
Is there a University of Maryland Western Shore?
I wondered the same thing. I didn't actually look it up, but that's something to somebody in the comments to look up for us right there. Yeah. Florida Gulf Coast beat North Dakota State 19-18 in 11 innings. Sounds like one of those like Tuesday night Maction games. It's just a bunch of field goals or something. Texas
19 to
A&M
18 college baseball game is like slow drip torture.
insanity. Texas A&M beat Tennessee Tech 23-7.
Don't
Iowa
you ever
beat
bring Tennessee Tech into a conversation with an Ole Miss person ever? That bloody Monday. Are you kidding me? What's wrong with you? Most of us still have PTSD from that.
That's just the score. Iowa's
The worst part, Ryan Ryerson, who I saw on the street at the Sugar Bowl and said hello to, looks great. He's still playing in the pros. One of the Ole Miss Rebels still in the pros. Ryan Ryerson found out that day as they're losing their season, this incredible Ole Miss baseball team. Schedule is funky. They're playing a double. All right. So they lose on the same day he learns he's been drafted in the first round by the Rockies. So, I mean, your greatest, individual accomplishment, and you can't even enjoy it because, like, brutal.
That was brutal. I was there that year, too, I think. I covered those. Brutal.
Yo, you're there.
Iowa beat Northeastern 21-13. Also, like, the losing team, like 13 runs is crazy. Like, good God.
I was about to say that. I mean, they were just a single possession away from driving down and maybe nodding that up.
Touchdown, 2 points. Seriously. Miami beat Lehigh 27-3. Kansas State beat Penn State 24-5. I don't know what Penn State's baseball program is looking like, but you cannot give up 24 to Kansas State if you're Penn State. What are we doing?
Oh, dude, look at this right here. Our friend Mary just lost her dad. He was a retired Army colonel and doctor, and I love and miss him. I can't imagine how hard it is for her. He was a good rebel. Last thing we did was rewatch the LSU beating in 2025. Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sorry for your loss, Mary. We love you. God is good all the time. But, yeah, that was saw that, and first thing I want to go is like, oh, Mary, I'm digitally hugging you right now.
Yeah, no doubt, Mary.
Right. Y'all think Chris Spear will do better in the portal this go around? Man, he can't do much worse.
Yeah, good God.
Pieces haven't fit.
All right, final scores before we move on that were crazy. Georgia Tech, 27-4 over Bowling Green.
Good grief.
Fifth in the country. Drew Burris, one of the best hitters in the country. They should be good again this year. And then Morehead State beat UMass Lowell. Not just UMass Lowell. Or Lowell. I think it's Lowell. 22-10.
Where is that?
I'm assuming it's in Massachusetts. Lowell, Massachusetts would be my guess.
I didn't know there was a Lowell, Massachusetts.
Yeah. You know why I know that? WWE.
Did you go to Lowell? Did you call like a main event?
I did not go to Lowell, but I do think we had some live shows in Lowell that, would show up on our emails and stuff. So, but there's some insane opening week baseball scores there overall. So with that, I want to talk a little bit about Ole Miss. I'm sure if you guys are regular Talk of Champions listeners, Ben touched on it yesterday. But Benny, obviously the 3-game sweep, very nice. Over Nevada, I mean, not some slouch team.
Dude, they were the preseason pick to win their conference.
It's the Mountain West. Did they win a year ago, too? Did they win the conference a year ago? I
they won their most games, 34, I think, like ever or something. But Ole Miss has got an historically difficult schedule.
That they do. Yeah, especially.
It's nuts. They don't play a non-ranked SEC team until like their final SEC weekend.
Yeah, I was going to say that conference schedule is brutal.
Brutal.
Very nice to open with a 3-game sweep. I'm not going to lie. I was a little nervous.
Why?
The top of the first, the friggin' home run to start.
That was just a great at bat. Sometimes you get got.
I was just like, oh no. I'm like, because I'm very excited about Hunter Elliott and the season he had a year ago, and oh man, he's going to be so good. So off the rip, I was like, oh God.
See, but that's what I love about baseball specifically.
Yeah.
Like we try to react and respond emotionally to baseball like we do football, and it's just a totally different sport.
Yeah,
that was a great individual performance leading off that game for the Nevada hitter. I can't remember his name. But a 9-pitch at bat, he gets a homer off of Hunter Elliott, dude. He'll tell that story for the rest of his life.
No doubt.
He will. I doubt that. Like, I don't know that cat, but like hitting leadoff for Nevada, he's gonna have a shot to play somewhere at some point. But at some point, his career is gonna come to an end. And one of the greatest accomplishments he'll be able to tell everybody forever is on opening day 2026 against Hunter Elliott, inarguably one of the best pitchers in college baseball. Even if you're like not an Ole Miss person, preseason pick for SEC Pitcher of the Year.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? According to D1 Baseball. And that man worked him for 9 pitches.
Yep.
And then hit a tater off of him.
He did.
I wasn't worried about it. Like, for me, it was just like, oh, it was nice to see Hunter dealt a little bit of adversity early on, but he settled in. This Ole Miss baseball team, even recognizing the historical nature of its schedule, you would be hard pressed to convince me that they're still not going to end up being one of the very best teams in the country. I'm trying to see where their weak spots are, and I don't see them because Will Libbert had an inflated ERA last year from Missouri, but Missouri was a bad team. They were like historically bad. And he still started more games as a true freshman on Fridays than anybody else, right? So he's battle tested because the raw stuff is insane, and he's pitching on Sunday for you. And the only reason he's pitching on Sunday is because Hunter Elliott's on Friday, and they're breaking up the lefties with Cade Townsend, who's a former top 100 prospect about to take his Gunnar Hoagland step in year 2.
Well, dude, he was phenomenal. I mean, 48 strikes and 54 pitches is insane. I mean, I think he only went 4 2/3, but good.
Yeah, well, he was on a pitch count.
Yeah,
they're like it's opening of the year. You're on a pitch count. Pat says they appreciated the shout out. Ben, Emma Bailey. I don't know you yet, but one day maybe I will. I feel like I know you now. You're awesome. Treat your dad well, man.
Also, they think Sudu's high.
I was gonna get there. I was gonna let you get there on your own.
You know what's gonna be hilarious, Ben, is like when I, ultimately apply for jobs again, or maybe like go to interviews, and I'm not freelancing anymore, and I'm gonna have to show them Game Runs Deep because this is quite an accomplishment what we've done with this podcast and the live streams and all that, and they're gonna go, why does everybody think you're on drugs all the time? And I'm gonna have to go, I don't know. I think it's just my eyes that everybody.
All right, I'm gonna take off my hat. I'm going to talk to you, person that's trying to or thinking about hiring Sudu Upadea. It's a long running joke.
Let me give you the floor. Hold on a second.
It's a long running joke about Sudu's eyes always looking as if.
Can you do it with the hat on? Because you look like you're high now.
Do I look disheveled?
You look a little disheveled. If
I took a nice shower and everything too. I need Katie to cut my hair downtown. All right, here, let's start over.
3, 2.
Yep. For the person that is thinking of hiring Sudu Upadea, there is nothing beyond his capacity.
Can you start by saying, "Dear hiring manager," like it's a cover letter?
Dear hiring manager, my name is Ben Garrett. I've been an Ole Miss media personality for almost 20 years. All right. Run into a lot of good people, worked with a lot of great ones. There is none better than Sudu Upadea. There is nothing beyond his capacity. He can host, he can edit. He's got the best creative brain for this stuff that I've ever known. And I don't think very much of myself, but I've been doing this for 20 years, so I've done something right. So it must mean something that I say he's the most talented I've ever been around. Having said that, you're probably watching this really great podcast that we put together called Game Runs Deep, and you see a running joke from the chat that says he looks like he's high. Hey, Sudu, did you wake and bake? Smoke weed every day, like my man Nate Dogg said. And if Nate Dogg's featured on any song, as I told my man Lil Pip yesterday going to wrestling, if he's featured on any song, it's a banger. Sudu isn't high. He just looks like it because he woke up late, or, he just got resting pothead face. But no, he didn't wake or bake, and he didn't get high on the job and throw it in here. But also, I would say stop having regressive viewpoints about what you think we're supposed to be hiring manager. Hire the best creative I know in Sudu Upadea.
That was great. We're going to go off the rails now because now you're going to start arguing with him, being like...
Well, because now it's just like, why are we talking about this? This is regressive.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm going to save that. I'm going to clip it just in case.
And also, like, I didn't realize that, like, marijuana reform was something that would trigger me,
You just, I know. I was like, let me cut it off before Ben really gets you start filibustering.
Listen to me, you hypothetical hiring manager. I don't know where you get off. Hey, Tony. Man. Tony's late, but he's here. Hey,
Tony, good to have you here. Yeah, we're talking about Ole Miss baseball prior to that, but no, it was awesome, man. I just love this weekend rotation. Like, a lot of potential with Townsend. Libbert, I think, is going to be awesome. I mean, he could be a Friday night starter, obviously, in many cases if Hunter Elliott wasn't on the team. They were incredible, and the bullpen didn't allow a single earned run all weekend, which is a very positive sign. Hitting wise, awesome. I mean, I'm thinking about like. Furnace, I think, hit 500. Bassetta hit 500. I mean, dude, there's dudes all over that lineup that are just going to smash the ball. And I don't know if they'll quite be like last year was a record-breaking year for home runs. Is that right?
Yes, they set a new school record. This one's going to break it.
You're going to say you're saying right now on Game Runs Deep.
They're going to break it.
They're going to break
Judd
it.
Utermark, I mean, health, as long as health holds up for him. Judd Utermark is 18 home runs away from becoming Ole Miss's #1 all-time leader in home runs.
Yeah.
Judd Utermark is a tremendous human being to go along with being a great baseball player. Shortstop is an issue.
Yeah, I was going to get to that next because I saw you.
I really hate I hate it for Owen Pano, man. I really wanted to see him in his only start on the weekend. Former top 100 player, was an MLB draft risk. I wanted him to get off on the right foot. He did not. And there are some options, I think, if I straighten my hat back. There are some options at shortstop, one of which would be to try Judd there, and they have. But that would be the biggest shortstop of all time, but who cares? I mean, it's college baseball is a game of small samples. But I think they like what he got at third. That's a question mark. If Braden Randall isn't going to knock you over with like some – he's very league average as far as what you would be putting there. All right, shortstop. But league average with everything else around him is all you really need, because I think you have an elite rotation. I think you have an elite lineup that's filled. Like the only program with 3 returning sluggers, all of which hit 20 or more home runs last year, is Judd. It's Austin Foley, who had a slow start, and they still beat the crap out of a team that was preseason picked to win their conference. And Daniel Pasella from Illinois State, who is a masher. And we did an interview with him in Talk of Champions. Go back and look it up, man. And he's a great dude. He's going to hit. Didn't have a great fall. Didn't have a great preseason, but he's going to be fine. Sometimes you just have crappy practices. He's a masher with Will Furness, who has 20 home run potential. Tristan Passetta, if he can stay healthy, he hit home runs this weekend. This is a good baseball team. Now it's health withstanding, and also it's a veteran baseball team. In this new world of college baseball, you pick any team. Eric Bakich at Clemson doing that great, that great show of support for our military service men and women. That's really cool. Army going up there, that was really neat. All right. Every one of those teams, the best teams, they are junior seniors, because you can build those kind of teams now. Junior seniors, you don't have to wait on Owen Pano anymore. And because of that veteran nature, plus the upside, plus Hunter Elliott and mini Hunter Elliott and Will Libbert on Sunday, sandwiched in between them is a former top 100 prospect who I think is about to take a Gunnar Hoagland, Ryan Rollison type second-year leap. This is an Omaha team. The schedule is historically tough, but also those teams got to play this team, and I think it's a really good one.
I agree. I mean, just based off opening weekend alone, and it's not just University of Maryland Eastern Shore you're playing. No offense to UMesh or UMass, whatever they call themselves. Otherwise, Ole Miss might have had a college football level score of one of those 3 games, right? But so this was a quality opponent, as quality as it can get when you're playing a non-power conference team to open the season. So I was very excited just after seeing the results of this weekend. Obviously excited to see what's to come, including Arkansas State tonight. Benny, how are you feeling? Jackson State tomorrow. We got back-to-back games. How you feeling about obviously expecting an Ole Miss win, but just who's going to be on the mound tonight and what you're expecting to see in this midweek matchup?
The number one thing that I'm watching for, look forward to seeing Owen Kelly making his first start for Ole Miss. Ole Miss got hit hard in the MLB draft, had 11 or something like that players taken. 8 were pitchers or 9 were pitchers. So you thought, but they kept Hunter Elliott. They kept Owen Kelly, Landon Koenig, Will Libbert. Owen Kelly, I think, for any other program right now, will probably be starting on Sunday or Saturday. But for here, he's in the midweek, and I'm really excited to see what he's got. True 4-pitch mix was an MLB draft risk, and he gets his turn. I think Ole Miss is going to be one of the hardest outs in college baseball all year because of the depth of pitching, which includes Owen Kelly, and you still haven't seen some guys who I think could really break out and do really good things for Ole Miss this year, specifically Walker Hooks, who had real innings for Ole Miss as a true freshman last year. They're deep, man. And while Marco Cipolla could close games, Landon Koenig could close games. I am so bullish on this baseball team despite the schedule. I truly believe that where the national championship team in 2022 won 10 of 11 games in the NCAA tournament is the last team into the field to win title. I believe this team has the potential to not only get to Omaha, they host a regional, all of that, host a super, and then it becomes a crapshoot, of course. But like they are an Omaha potential team, and if they get there, they're a favorite once they get there. If what I believe is true, and that the depth of their pitching options behind Hunter, I mean, they didn't have this last year and won 43 games.
Yeah.
Riley Maddox and Mason Nichols both had ERAs north of 5, pushing 6. All right. Like, and they didn't have the depth to replace them. Cade Townsend made a start against LSU, but then he's a true freshman. He gets blown up in his next start. It happens. He's a true freshman. This is a veteran group, and they're deep, really deep. One of the deeper teams that I think this, like, it's two things are true. Mike Bianco and Ole Miss were slow to the game in the transfer portal. Now they've got a good idea what they're looking for, and you're starting to see, like, this is their first team where they really – their new roster construction with they understand how to do the portal. They were already good recruiters in high school, blah, blah, blah. And now you're seeing that first NIL roster perfect. Like, they've really crafted a good one.
Yeah.
Really, really good roster. And I haven't even brought up Cannon Golden, who started on opening day, a freshman out of Buford, Georgia, who could be starting for Daniel Pasella, for Tristan Bassetta. Colin Reuter could be a DH. I mean, this is a good baseball team. And arguably, in my opinion, one of the deepest and best that Mike Bianco's put together in the last 5-10 years. I think they're good. Now, they could turn around and be really bad, because I also thought that Elias Carmerdine was the most NBA-ready player almost had ever had in basketball.
Listen, not only you, though. The experts, the national experts thought the same thing as well. So
I just can't get over how bad they are. How bad. And I'll tell you, when I was taking my breaks in between the action, because I don't know why WWE is on Netflix, why do we have commercials still? But during the commercial breaks, I was walking up and there's some basketball on the screen. Who are the best teams in the country? Like Arizona dropped to number 4. They were number 1. Who if like in college basketball, especially in the SEC, like is the SEC still the best basketball conference? Do you think so? Or like, who are the best teams in your opinion in college basketball right here now?
I mean, it's a lot of teams. I look right now. I mean, it's been the case for a few weeks now. To me, Michigan is just insane. Like what Dusty May has done there, it's just been incredible. And you want to talk about hitting the portal and just owning it. It's been him.
He got that dude from UAB that was playing under AK. That's so good, man.
Yeah. Good God, why am I forgetting his name? We just did a video on him the other day. But yes, they've got a hell of a squad over there. Obviously, Kelvin Sampson, what he's able to do. Kelvin Sampson was complaining about how, we don't have money at Houston and this, that, and the other. But it doesn't matter, dude. The man just keeps finding a freaking way to just get incredible teams year after year after year, the way they play defense. SEC-wise, man, I mean, like Florida, yeah, it's not what it was a year ago.
It's
no
not.
doubt about that. Florida, Vandy, Arkansas, Bama. Is that about it? Is it?
And I'll be honest with you, like Alabama doesn't do much for me.
No. I like Nate Oates. I think he's a good coach, but I mean they're not a dominant team.
Every time Nate Oates opens his mouth, now he becomes more and more insufferable to me. Is that crappy? I'm not trying to be judgmental.
No,
we are all loving our neighbor here, but God has been good. I'm starting Lent tonight at midnight. I am. My Catholic friend Parks, he was like, "Hey Ben, you want to try Lent this year?" Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm giving up sweets completely.
Oh wow.
Completely. Yeah.
How long does Lent goes until
Easter Sunday?
Easter, right? Okay.
And then I'll eat a whole pecan pie if I need to. But I'm giving up all sweets, and that includes like sweet tea, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wow. Are you sure you want to do? You want to do
I know,
that,
man. See,
you sure, Ben?
Even more beer.
Ben,
no beer.
Okay. I am praying for you, and I really hope you do this, man. And if you need some encouragement and you're feeling weak, you can text me, and I
do. Well, that's where the discipline comes in. When I'm feeling the urges for those things, then I'm a reformed addict, and that's not like
sweet tea is that one's going to be tough, man.
See, Ole Miss fan 198-824 says I can do it.
I know. I'm not saying you can. I'm just saying it's going to be hard.
Essentially, I'm giving up sugar.
Yeah. Wow. Well, yeah. I can't wait to see what that looks like, man. That's incredible.
I don't look forward to it, but I'm thankful to God for the opportunity. You know what I mean?
100%.
And so in those moments of trial, look, Jesus went into the desert for 40 days with nothing, bro.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me I can't live without a ding dong for a month?
Facts.
I mean,
You're not wrong.
come on
wrong.
with it. Like,
You're
let's
not
stop
wrong.
playing. You know, we got it really easy. I learned that in Winter Storm Fern. There was a lot of pain and hurt, man. Like, a lot of people had trees and stuff, but like for those that were blessed enough to just lose power.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony's right. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be a challenge. It's supposed to be disciplined. Yeah. See, look, you can do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. My first Lent, my first go, but like I learned all about that during Winter Storm Fern. For those that were those of us like me that were fortunate enough to only lose power, right, dude, we got everything we need. I had fire, so I'm at my little gas fireplace. Thank goodness I didn't have to go chop wood and build it myself. I still wouldn't be able to do that. We'd have froze to death. You know, I got my gas fireplace though, so we had shelter, food, water, and means of warmth. God has blessed us, man. So for Lent, start at midnight tonight for your boy. We out on sugar. It's going to be painful.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. But the older I get, the more of a sweet tooth I develop too, Ben, which is at night.
That's like.
That's you know what? You know what? So sugar, right? Sugar doesn't count. But what about like healthy artificial alternatives?
If you wanted to put
let me put you onto some game, Benny. Let me put you onto some game. This is a game changer right here, okay? You take some Greek yogurt.
I did that, the yellow packet. I put the yellow packet in my unsweet tea. It was fine.
Splendid's cool. Splendid's tight. Okay, here's my
thing. It doesn't have like something like in there that you're not supposed to be having all the time?
Yeah, I think Splendid's sucralose. Any of those, they're terrible for your gut bacteria, whatever. I mean, you live in whatever.
And my gut bacteria is the biggest thing I'm struggling with. Well, you know,
eat kiwis. I don't know what to tell you. Probiotics. So here, this could help you. Greek yogurt, right? Here's what I started doing at night. I have a sweet tooth. I love to eat sweets at night. Big ice cream guy. You get me a tub of Ginny's.
Yep.
I'm down in that whole pint. I mean, there's no doubt about it. That blueberry bramble or whatever it's called. Good God. Anyways, Greek yogurt, unsweet. There's a brand called Siggy's. All right, it's like it's some European country that makes them, but it's a different, smoother kind of Greek yogurt. 19 grams of protein. Throw that in a bowl. You get some kind of vanilla. I like to get cheesecake protein powder. You throw that in there. Then Jell-O makes pudding mix, cheesecake flavored pudding mix that's unsweetened. It's sugar free. You throw that in there.
Yeah.
Then you can take some
sugar free banana pudding.
Okay, very similar concept. You're just throwing it all in Greek yogurt. Then you take some like unsweetened, you can get the strawberry preserves or jelly. You throw that in. Ben, it tastes like a literal cheesecake. There's no actual sugar in it, and it's got protein. Boom. Cure your sweet tooth right there.
I love that. That's a good idea. Like what I've been doing is getting like keto Hawaiian bread, and I'll just toast it, and then I'll put some honey on it.
Okay.
Yeah, and that kind of satisfies it. The good thing is like, God is sovereign, and I trust that God is good. Like I need to be getting into it because here's the hard truth, man. All right, I don't know how much longer I'm for this right here. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Many years,
I don't know. Man. Like the business is crazy now. It's different than it used to be, Sudu.
Yeah,
and I know this. Whenever I'm tucking out of this, y'all still gonna be able to hear me, but it's gonna be behind a pulpit, sir. You know what I mean? Brother Ben, it's the only place where I don't be saying cuss words, Yeah. So that's where I'm headed. I'm headed toward a pulpit. I'm gonna be preaching for Jesus. Everybody want me to go on this Portugal mission trip with my church this summer, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go with you, but I probably ain't coming back. You know what I mean? Like, we got everything we need. Let Lane Kiffin have 98 million. You know what I mean? I got everything I need.
And he still may not have all he needs with that, So I think that's the lesson.
Dude, I'm sorry. I know that people don't want us to bring it up, but like, can you go to Twitter and find that video of him at Mardi Gras?
Oh, I was going to talk about another former Ole Miss coach and his social media blunder.
Dude, man, he was on our Fiesta Bowl pregame.
I didn't want to do it because I know you and him have made amends and you guys are cool.
He's
now.
my guy. But like, it ain't like that, Okay, let's do both of them, please. Okay, because Mary, it's cringe. Thank you.
Yeah, let me go look for
You gotta find Lane too, though.
I got you. Don't worry. This isn't just about. This is nuts. I do feel bad. I feel bad for him.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, who's the first person that pointed me to what? Shit.
Maybe. The funniest part of this is people are going, maybe her name is Grace. It was a simple mistake, Ben. Okay, it was a moment of weakness. Maybe his Discover page is just filled with this stuff, and it's not his fault, and he just accidentally hit repost. And her name is—he's saved by Grace, Ben. Her name is Grace. That's gotta be it.
Stop. Look, man. Women have been one of my biggest problems too. Like, I'm not gonna knock my man Hugh on that. Like, okay, a pretty woman with that's built in every way you'd want her to be, I suppose. You know, if that's your taste, your flavor. Oh gosh.
I genuinely.
You know who sent me this first? Put it back up. Put it back up. This is the first thing I saw this morning. You know who sent me this?
Who's that?
Our man Bunky.
Of course it was.
So my response to Bunk, he just sent me the screenshot, and I just said, "True Gooner," you know. And he was like, "Yep, respect the game."
I was like, "Once a Gooner, always a Gooner." I mean, seriously, man. There's no other. What's the Lane Kiffin Mardi Gras video are y'all talking about? Because there's way too many. You talk about the one of him wearing the Beckham jersey at night. That LSU
get
posted?
that off the screen. The one with the backwards hat. Like, everybody can make fun of. Like, I'm not gonna make fun of the backwards hat because I'm 40 and I still like throw my hat backwards all the time. I don't wear it like as a part of my outfit. I don't do that. I don't do like the backwards hat with the thing, you know, like, but it's a nice fit. I'm like not fashionable at all. It's embarrassing. All right. So I'm not knocking the man's fit, but there's a video of Lane with his jersey on. He's just gotten off the parade route. You know, he's got the backwards hat on. And a lot of people, and this, I can't imagine how miserable that existence has got to be. I'm serious. Like, people coming up to you, just holding their phones, like not even saying, "Oh, hey," you know what I mean? Like, everywhere you go. So in that way, I sympathize with them. Not for me, because it's not like I've never really had that before. But like, I do sympathize with the man's plight. However, do you have the video yet?
I'm downloading it at the moment. Okay. Apparently, you have to watch ads now to download Twitter videos. What a world we live in.
What?
Yeah.
We could have just screen shared it and done like we did for the live stream of the entire Pittsburgh trial with our man Trinidad Chambliss.
Which, God forbid, went out. Everybody's like, "Put it back." That's the whole point. I'm like, "Oh my God, guys, calm down."
Well, like, the funniest part is like when we lost the feed briefly, and people were like, "You streamed all this time for like the only thing anybody's here for, right?" An hour and 15 minutes later. Like, it would have been better if we'd have been panicking and then go, oh, we get in there with like 6 minutes to spare. No, right. We got in there with an hour and 15 minutes to spare.
Yeah,
you
that was
on this video for me. All right.
Thank you so much.
And you know he doesn't like crowds.
No.
So,
and as a fellow person who has like terrible social anxiety, but yet you always want to be the center of attention, I sympathize with him. But like, oh, look what my actions have consequences. The man who always wants to avoid everyone but be at the center of attention all the time. That's your curse, man. And man, he looked miserable.
He got the key to the city in New Orleans, and I saw some Tulane fans upset. They were like, "What? That's not even the city's team. Like, we just went to the playoff. LSU didn't." And I mean, it's not like John Summerall got the key to the city. You know, it's very.
I don't get it. And also on the back of one float, it said the Real Housewife of Baton Rouge.
Yeah,
people keep reminding me like I should be making money out of that.
It happens.
But
I saw an Ole Miss. I saw an Ole Miss float having not paint Kiffin in the best light.
Ooh.
Did you see that one? It's like
no, it's Mardi Gras time, so like we should be. And like Lent starts tonight, I can't be making these kind of jokes about gooners and hoes and housewives for like until Easter Sunday.
It's not your fault, man. It's just what was going on.
I mean, it's like it's Lent time for your boy, and I'm going to be giving up. Not only am I going to be giving up like Star Crunch and whatever. Like,
you said how did this come about? You just
candy that my kids and wife brought home.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
I got to give all that up.
Yeah, you do. What? So how did this come about? You said you just had a Catholic
even
friend
worse. Even worse.
Yeah.
It's Girl Scout cookie time.
Oh, yeah, that's brutal, man.
Oh, my sweet baby Gracie, she done brought them home, bro. 2 boxes of Adventurefuls went in and out like that.
We'll get it out of the way now.
Yeah, but all I can think is I want to eat more Adventurefuls.
You can't eat them today? When does it start?
At midnight. But like, dude, I've already, I don't know, man. I think I need a complete hard reset until midnight. Get a little kickstart. I abuse things at Brawl. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Went to eat Hooters. You know, ate me some wings. Who goes to Hooters in the year of our Lord 2026? But we went. It's delicious.
I haven't in a long time, but Hooters wings are pretty good. I used to DoorDash them all the time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, and then beer, you know, all the things that it would have been in every Thursday in college.
Right.
And now, like, you're putting me, like, by 8:30, I'm like, go Bailey. You know, we're old.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Mary said she ordered 10 boxes. I might have a connect for some of you that didn't get to order Girl Scout cookies. I might have a connect for you to hook you up with what you want. All right. I only ask if you are looking for some Adventurefuls. You looking for some tagalongs, whatever they may be, thin mints. I know how y'all love in Mississippi freeze some thin mints. All right. I can be able to hook that up. I'm gonna need you to scan that QR code above Sudu's head. Give $5, $10 to my musical theater department, New Albany High School, so they can put on Tuck Everlasting. The problem is the tagalongs; they're deceptive. Yeah, see, that's mine is the Adventurefuls, because if I have 3, I'm gonna have 15.
I've always been a thin mint guy, man. I love those.
Man, that tastes like eating toothpaste.
No, stop. Thin mints are great.
No,
the chocolate mixed with mint, man, it's an elite combo.
Man, I'm not with it.
Okay, before we get out of here, I wanted to talk about our good friend Thomas Mars back on a new case. This time, he will be representing former Kansas State head men's basketball coach Jerome Tang, who, after leading Kansas State to the Final Four his first year, or was it the Elite Eight? I think it was the Elite Eight, right? His first year. They have been pretty bad. And he was fired with quote unquote cause after his statements after Kansas State's last loss. And I'm a little confused at the firing of Jerome Tang. Like I don't know. The comments that he made, like, with cause, is very interesting. The exact quote from Coach was, "These dudes do not deserve to wear this uniform. There will be very few of them in it next year. I'm embarrassed for the university. I'm embarrassed for our fans, our student section. It is ridiculous. I have no answer, no words." That's pretty common coach pissed off at the end of a game talk, no?
I thought so too. But in this new world where branding and marketing and all those, like, everything is about the brand, to get out from under a contract commitment, the big corporation is taking an underhanded way of going about it and saying, well, you tarnish the brand in a very public way. Those are true damages. I think they're trying to protect themselves and just get out from under some money. It ain't personal, it's business, and that's what it is now in college athletics.
Yeah,
and I could be completely misreading that.
They owe him over $18 million in buyout money, right?
You need $18 million to go into your NIL coffers if you can.
Right. It's like, but this is what LSU tried to do with Brian Kelly, or like, we're not going to give you your buyout type of thing. Give the man his buyout. You signed the contract. You hired the guy. He's not winning now, Jerome Tang. And just say it. We're not winning. We're the worst team in the conference. We're not reaching what we thought we were going to reach with this guy. We're going to fire you and pay him his buyout. That's what you're supposed to do. But this is ridiculous. They're not going to win.
But like, you're putting morality into it. You're putting like, no, this is not personal. This isn't. How much do they owe him? $18 million. So of course they're going to try to use whatever legal avenues they can to recoup $18 million. Whether they really believe that firing him with cause is justified. This is a world where every million matters. And honestly, 18 million now, seems like a mountain. Next year, it'll be standard operating procedure for them. But they can't afford, if they can avoid it, to give him $18 million and not coach him anymore. It's a different world now. I see it for what it is. All right. It's not personal. It's just business. And people
I get the business.
Athletics
It's
used
wrong.
to be about personal.
Yeah. But
it
it's
used
wrong.
to be all about it.
It's wrong.
You know?
It can be, we can understand it as, of course they're doing it. It's a good business move, but it's still wrong. Just because it's business doesn't mean it's not wrong. That's what people go, it's business, it's not personal. It's still wrong. You're still an asshole.
You're still an asshole. But like the assholes keep winning. What have y'all? Are y'all not paying attention here? Lane Kiffin's getting $98 million. Like, whatever you judge things based on, like, whatever is success to you in this world, as like whatever your opinion is, like, what is success to you? Is it money? Is it fame? Is it notoriety? What is it? Right? Lane Kiffin achieved that. He's achieved that in his space, college athletics. And he can't get over being called a bitch ass hoe. Can't get over it. You know what I mean?
Well, you didn't say all that. I mean, come on.
Vanity of vanities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all nonsense. So now that that's been exposed, and it isn't for a greater good. It isn't like, well, if our guys can do it. No, the community is Ole Miss. It's us. It's the people in the chat. It's you and me talking. Like, that's the community. It isn't the people wearing the jerseys anymore or doing the coaching or making the decisions. It is partially for guys like Keith Carter. But, like, the days of it being us versus our guys versus y'all, and, like, it's not like that anymore. And it can't be like that anymore because it's the business of athletics. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. There's a reason Trinidad Chambliss can go get a preliminary injunction from a Mississippi Chancery Court because according to the law, he's going to accrue damages by not getting this. Like the NCAA rules and all the things we used to be governed by, like they don't hold up in a court of law because it's all arbitrary nonsense. So I don't begrudge Kansas State, because here's the hard truth. Kansas State will still be here. You know who won't be here? Like, he'll be a forgotten person in the annals.
That's why he's going to get his money. And if you're Kansas State, if you're any school that tries to take anything away from a coach that is deserving, let's be real, he didn't do anything that is crazy enough to not earn his $18 million buyout. He criticized his team, which coaches do openly. That's one of the things Saban did, Kirby Smart, Kiffin, all these coaches do that, so they hope their players hear it through the media, like, coach is on our ass. They sometimes will put in messages. They'll have guys ask questions so they can answer something, so their team will then hear it. Like, this has been happening forever, ripping your team a new one when they do bad.
Oh, yeah, because, I was listening to it. I went back and listened. I was like, all right, let's see what he said. And I was like, I heard Andy Kennedy make that same speech 800 times.
Andy Kennedy used to just flame his guys. Where it was funny, Ben. We used to laugh. If I was at a game with you, you'd be sitting there cracking up as AK would just roast into his players. I mean, what did he say about who was the kid? Anthony Perez. He said something about Anthony Perez one time that was just so out of pocket, man.
I
can't remember what it was.
He told Murphy after a loss. I mean, it's like an innocuous loss. But Murphy Holloway, who's now like the game analyst alongside Gary Darby for the Ole Miss Radio Network. Yeah. One of the very best players of all time in Ole Miss basketball history, inarguably.
Right.
After a game, he was just going around. It was like a roast of his team, in the locker. He's like, yeah, Chris, you're all right, but you can't do this. You're too short. You're going to be like working this and you're a crap. Murph, you're all right, man. Yeah, you'll be making some chicken sandwiches over in Poland for a little while, just ripping them to shreds. Yeah. So, did he deserve to be fired with cause? Best I can tell is just on that stuff. No. I don't know if there's any stuff that they got.
There's some clause that says you can't publicly embarrass the university or something. And they're choosing.
They don't want to pay $18 million.
It's a stretch. And here's what I would be scared of, okay, is Tom Mars, love him or hate him, Tom Mars is effective at his job.
Yes, he is.
Tom Mars' exact comments to ESPN were, quote, if K-State's president and AD really think the school was embarrassed by recent events, that's nothing compared to the embarrassment that both of them are about to experience.
Man, What an incredible face turn that Tom Mars has taken. Like in our lives as Ole Miss, people, media, fans, all of us, like all of it. What an incredible face turn that this man has made.
The man is effective.
He's good at what he does. I called him an ambulance chaser, but like back then he was supporting Deontay Anderson, which is
no. He is an ambulance chaser. He's incredible. He's like Morgan and Morgan. He's just the best at what he does.
Or like here locally, like if she wants to sponsor us, Mama Justice, you know what I mean? Like Mama Justice here close down, right? Yeah.
I think of Corey B. Trotz, man. I think of NST when I think of that.
Corey B. Trotz. I forgot.
It's the way to go, man. 6837000. Come on now.
Corey B. Trotz.
They're now Nahan Staharovich and Trotz, obviously, but it's always Corey B to me.
Dude, weird that you've got like some deep lawyer lore.
Come on, bro.
Did you collect lawyer cards growing up?
I did not, but dude, if you grew up in North Mississippi or Memphis in that area, I mean, those Corey B. Trotz commercials were on all the time, or NST later. You know,
mine's the Mama Justice now. I don't remember like really growing up. I remember call the general to save some time with Shaq, but I mean,
that's still going on.
I don't know if
that's car insurance. That's car insurance.
Well, if you're looking for new insurance, if you're shopping for your health insurance, call Drew Moak of USA Benefits Group. My guy Drew, 601-953-8449, online with quoteswithdrew.com. College Corner for all your Ole Miss merch. Call in today at 662-550-4330, online at collegecornerstore.com. Built Different Fitness. I'm going. Maybe that's what I commit to with Lent too. I think I've piled a little too much on my plate for Lent. Lent. But like part of this might be going to Built Different Fitness at least like twice a week.
So if you're not Catholic and you do Lent, does it still hold up the same way? Like how does that work?
I don't know. I'm just making a commitment to God.
I love it.
And I don't know about you, but I take my commitments and promises to God seriously, sir.
Heck yeah, dude. That's how it should be. Damn right.
I said, it started at midnight tonight. God, I'm not going to eat any more Bunch of Crunch. No more Reese's Minis.
Have you made a list of all of the things you can and can't eat? Like you know in your head?
No. I've listed all the things I'm going to miss. It's true. Like for a month. And like a month might not mean a lot to you, but like, I don't know, man. It is for me.
Month's a lot, man. That's a lot of days. Except for February.
All right, so let's think. The good thing Valentine's is over. All right, like, do you want to know the top 5 things I'm gonna miss?
Hell yeah, bro. Put it out there.
Bunch of Crunch.
Okay. Well, I don't even know what the hell what is that?
You know what a Crunch bar is?
Yeah.
All right, it's a bunch of Crunch in a box, and it's the
oh
best
my
movie.
God, this is literally. It's literally just a Crunch bar.
No, but they bunches of the Crunch.
But yeah, they make them look like little clusters.
Little Crunches. Yes.
Yeah.
So that one, that's the best movie theater candy in my opinion. Reese's Minis because, dude, it's nuts.
Those are elite.
Dude, legitimately, they always hit.
I get the Trader Joe's ones, the tiny peanut butter cups you can get at Trader Joe's.
That's fire.
Yeah, those are great.
Pecan pie. It's the best. The best. I'm gonna miss that.
I like pecan pie, except I'm allergic to pecans.
I'm really hoping that my mom or my mother-in-law come Easter Sunday will have a pecan pie.
They got
chocolate cobbler is delicious.
Chocolate cobbler.
Yeah, man. We from Mississippi, bro. If you had no chocolate cobbler, and then finally chocolate oatmeal cookies. Specifically my mom's, but also the ones at Sugary's downtown are something crazy. Speaking of Jesus, JP5735, Hugh Freeze got caught on Insta reposting some baddie. Don't worry, we've already covered that.
Her name's Grace, we believe. So,
wait, I don't think we have. We don't have the picture, do we? Oh no! It came back. Oh, get that off the screen, Sudu. What are you doing?
I'm not even controlling that. I don't know.
Somebody's controlling it. And it sure isn't me. I'm starting Lent tonight. Get that off my screen.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
You're evil, man.
That was look. Did I bring it up originally? Yes. That time, I don't know what happened. That was.
I don't know, man.
But for wrapping it up.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. I love Hugh Freeze, man. I love everybody, but like. Freeze is, I like Freeze.
That was the most instant, like, withdrawal. You were like, actually,
I don't know how to say.
I love
just
everyone.
I like Freeze.
Everyone. Not just
I like Freeze. I don't know how to. I like. Okay, is her name really Grace?
No, her name's not really Grace.
Okay.
That's the joke. It said saved. His bio says saved by Grace. So everyone's like, oh, maybe that's Grace.
Yeah, I got that part,
Yeah.
but like I thought, like I wondered if somebody like what's her at, and they asked Grok or something. And then,
no, I'm sure you could find out very easily who that is. I don't think it would be that hard.
if her name ends up being Grace, I'm just saying. Yeah, it'd be hilarious. They're seriously reaching a fire dude with. They are reaching, but you have to use every avenue at your disposal to save money.
My thing is, it gets messy when you try to fire a coach without cause, and you try to say it's cause. You're opening your athletics department up to stuff you may not want. Like, this is the head coach of a major sports program at your university. We all know shady things go on, whether it's the coach's direct knowledge, it's not the coach's not. You just don't know what kind of emails and texts and different things can come up in a court of law that maybe you don't want to come out. And if you're Kansas State, you better be sure that you got all your ducks in a row when you go after someone, especially with Tom Mars out here talking about, you think this was embarrassing? That's nothing compared to the embarrassment that both the AD and the president are about to experience. Like, what does Tom Mars have to be able to come put that out? If Tom Mars is against me, he's going against me, I'm terrified by a statement.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if Kansas State wants that smoke.
I was ready to push back. I really was. I was ready to say, no, man. I mean, I'm with you. Like, Tom Mars is my dude now. Like, I want to do a comic book about Tom Mars.
We should just have him on. I'm sure he would gladly come on.
Oh, we are working on that. The hardest working man in this business, Mr. Brad Logan, is supposedly got that lined up. He's supposed to talk to us at the courthouse. Big times.
Okay.
But I mean, Thomas Mars, ambulance chaser would be an amazing comic book. Because I thought ambulance chaser was just only a derogatory term for lawyers. But you're saying it can be all for
It is
good.
derogatory, but also there's entire businesses that have I'm pretty sure that's all Morgan & Morgan does, right? Like, and
isn't that what Better Call Saul was?
Essentially, yeah.
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 I think Tom Mars, and look, like, no one's saying Saul Goodman wasn't a good lawyer. Okay. Yeah, Tom Mars has made the face turn of all face turns. Make sure that that's understood.
Well, it depends on who you're looking at. In the Ole Miss community, yes. But
that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm just the Ole Miss guy. You're the national wonderful. You got the Emmy back there for everybody to see. I've got a fake New York Knicks championship ring because the Knicks are the best. Freddie Freeman winning the World Series, catching the last out. That's me and the family dressed up as I was Hagrid. Poor Riley didn't have a shot. She was dressed up as Dobby the elf.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I actually had a Memphis Redbirds replica championship ring back there. It's not back there. I was going to show it off. Bummer.
But hey, no problem showing off the Emmy behind you, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Where the Emmy? I don't see an Emmy.
Where
Emmy
look at that old throwback to the Scout days when you worked with me at the Ole Miss Spirit.
Oh, dude, I gotta have this. I have the Scout mic. I have my old NXT mic flag, the rainbow era that they killed.
Fantastic.
I got to take the mic flag with me. Anyways, yeah, Jerome Tang, best of luck to you, buddy. I hope you get your $18.5 million or whatever it is from Kansas State, because that's ridiculous.
Like in terms of like, now which side does Ben fall on personally? You asked me what I thought was going on. I hope he wins, because fight the man until rage against the machine. Yes, of course he should go for his $18 million. In Kansas State, you better be ready, bro, because Tom Mars is coming, and Tom Mars is bringing hell with him.
And when Tom Mars starts talking that shit on social media, you better believe that Tom Mars has some stuff and he feels confident about it.
Man, Joseph Moore said Freeman winning the World Series with Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers have broken baseball. I don't want to hear this. I can't.
There may not be baseball because of the Dodgers.
There's not. 2027. They're sitting out. I mean, they're getting locked out.
Yeah. So all you Dodgers fans, celebrate now. I'm so mad about this year's World Series, man. I wanted the Blue Jays.
Are you mad about it still? I just want the Braves to figure out why all their pitchers keep getting hurt.
Dude, oh my God. I saw that the other day and I immediately thought of you because we were talking about, Schwellenbach, this, that, and the other, but everything else should be fine. And then, of course, it wasn't fine. It wasn't fun at all.
That's it. Like, I honestly believe this. I've told this to people before. I'm assuming we're wrapping up here. You're the one driving this train. Look at Joseph saying, "Cry harder." Like, here's the thing: cry harder is the easiest, laziest way. Like cope, that response is the easiest, laziest way. But like, there's no
so effective.
Back from it.
It's so effective,
it
man.
Works, dude.
If you're in a
There's
rage
no
bait,
back
cry
from it.
harder is one of the best ways to do it.
Yeah, like cry harder and cope, or it's hard to recover from that. Whoever pulls it out first is like the trump card,
Yeah.
But I truly believe that God had the Braves win the World Series to show me, hey, Ben, see, you got what you've always wanted and prayed for. How are you now? It's like, well, yeah, but it's still the same. Yeah, you dummy, because vanity of vanities. So it was one of the greatest sports thing. I went to see Ian Anderson's Game 3 start with my twin brother Steven. We were sitting way high and we were also way high, and it was a great day. But I'm glad that I'm not having to be upset. I used to watch like every game. One time, like golly, it was Coach Walmack, former Ole Miss defensive coordinator, Kane's dad, and like he was like asking about baseball one day after practice. And he's like, "Oh, who do y'all root for?" I was like, "I love the Braves." And I started going in on like their top 100 list. He's like, and he's just sitting there listening to me like this right here, and goes, "Yeah, I don't love it like that." He was a Cardinals fan. He's like, "Yeah, okay." And I was like, "Oh, maybe I'm the weird one, not him. That's like just enjoys the baseball." I'm over there going, "Yeah, number 3 on their prospect list is like blah blah blah."
Yeah,
Jason Taylor's going to be the next Willie Mays.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for me. This will be my first year since I left Fox. Like, I will not be actually covering the Braves now. I'll just be a fan. And I'm like, will I still be as in tune with, like, I was at the draft, like, last year and stuff. Like, am I going to be as in tune with the Braves as I was before? Or will I just become a casual? We'll see.
Nope, you're a casual. I'm a casual now.
But see, I
never
live
thought
here,
it would be today.
So I guess I still go to games. And
me too. And Ronald Acuna is my dude. And, but, like, we're old. All right. There's a reason why I can't go to Raw and just act like a fool. I lost my voice by like 7:30.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Now Obafemi, like before the Netflix broadcast started, which again, why did they have commercials? Obafemi didn't squash. I thought Joaquin Wild did get some nice offense in, but Obafemi looked impressive, and we were doing some Oba-hoo. And it was really, really fun.
What's incredible? I called his first match. Called his first match. Obafemi.
Sure. Are you serious?
Dead serious.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Is Will Libbert Liam Doyle, but potentially loyal?
Yeah, we hope so.
I can see that.
He has 3 years of eligibility. Is that right?
3.
He may
3
not.
Years of eligibility.
If
you called Obafemi's first match.
I called Obafemi's first match. You can watch it on Peacock still, I believe. NXT Level Up.
Who'd he face?
He faced another like first timer, probably. Or I don't know. We had a guy that would like always they had a couple guys that they would just put in the ring with like first timers that just weren't called up to the main roster or actual NXT. It could have been Dante Chen, honestly. Dante Chen's super nice guy. And he would work a lot of those matches because he was so technically sound, but he just wasn't enough of a persona for him to get called up or whatever. I think it might have been him, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to go check it out. But you can look it up on his like PF database or something. I don't know.
He has to win the Rumble next year.
He's going to be incredible. He's going to be so cool. And also, once again, nicest dude in the world.
And we were in Memphis, Tennessee. Bailey, first of all, your hugger. Yeah, I'm a hugger was transformative. That's the only thing my girls care about with wrestling still. All right. Stop taking pins, Bailey. Stop taking pins. All right. This is nonsense. Show some respect for Bailey. All right. Bailey's awesome. She can work with anybody. It's shameful. But I got to admit something. Logan Paul's really good.
He's incredible, man. I watched him train one time, I believe, in the PC. And I just remember, like, I caught a glimpse. I left. Everybody's like, dude, that dude's insane. Like, his athleticism is out of this world. And there's no doubt about it.
He's a great promo, and he understands how to follow the audience, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And to put him with Paul Heyman, who is a master of his work, of his craft. Like, I would just love to shake that man's hands. Goes, you're great at what you do.
Oh,
and
Heyman's
that's it.
A legend. Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, he's carrying around Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, who they're recycling through again. Like, again, I haven't watched wrestling in so long. I'm like, oh, Austin Theory's still trying. They're still trying to. It's like trying to make fetch happen. You know, he looks the part, but man, he's just not it. Obafemi
Let me. Sorry,
it.
before we go, I got to talk about Trick Willie. So I call Obafemi's first match during my audition for WWE. I had to interview Trick. Trick was just on, once again, on 205 Live and NXT as Carmelo Hayes' kind of like, guy associate, right? And my backstage interview that I had to do in my audition was with Trick. And it was one of the greatest promos ever. And I knew in that moment, I was like, this guy is a star. Like, you could just tell, bro. I mean, he looks like an action figure. He's always looked like an action figure. But then we finished, and he said, damn, bro, you got some pipes on you. And I said, I got some pipes on me? I said, bro, that promo was crazy. Me and him became really, really close when I was there. Super cool. Once again, nicest dude in the world. But yeah, like when I watch Trick now and I see everybody whoop that Trick, I try to work with him to get Al Capone to give him the actual track. Like when I was at WWE, I was like, Trick, your theme song sucks. We need to get you whoop that Trick, like the actual song from Hustle and Flow. I was like, I lived in Memphis. I know people that know him. Like, we can make this happen. And I guess that he had reached out to Trick, and we talked to Matt Bloom, if anybody knows who that is. Matt Bloom about this backstage, try to figure it out, and it just wasn't going to work. And then when I left WWE, they gave him the new theme song, which I think he modeled after Kendrick's. What is that song? It's on like Gatorade commercials and stuff now, but one of Kendrick's songs. And the audience naturally said, whoop that Trick off of that. And it's become this major thing. And I see clips every week from SmackDown or wherever he's at on my Twitter. And I just smile. I'm like, dude, I knew it. I knew this guy was going to be a star, man. You just freaking knew. So,
well, you're a star. And you would have been the next Michael Cole, the Joe Tess, man. If you wanted to be. But like, God is sovereign, and you're right here on Game Runs Deep, and we get to tell stories. And like, I will take wrestling story time from Sudu anytime you want to share it.
Yeah.
All right, like, I love that. Same thing. Like, we got to get Godfrey on here just to let y'all tell.
I was gonna say I would love to have Godfrey on so he could tell us some of his old TNA stories, because he worked with some legends over there too.
Yeah, dude. You saw the mask. I did see. I don't know who it was. Like, they're trying to throw you off, acting like it was a curb stomp, like it's Seth Rollins. It's not. The only way that this payoff could be anything that would get you hype is if it's Dean Ambrose. That's it. And I don't see that happening. So, but again, I hadn't watched wrestling. Oh gosh, it's been so long. Probably since Mania.
Wow. I don't really watch it anymore. But I see clips because I still follow these people, these accounts and stuff. But I did watch the Royal Rumble. There's a few events every year that I try to watch. Royal Rumble.
I usually always watch the Rumble. You remember I told you this is like the one thing that I want to watch. Like, the only thing left for me is to go to a Rumble. And now I'm like, I don't care.
No doubt. No, yeah, absolutely. But Royal Rumble and then WrestleMania, I try to catch at least one of the nights, whatever the big match is. Or if it's just somebody I know that I'm just like, wow, you're at Mania. This is insane.
Here's something I want to ask you before we get out of here.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to bring something back that I used to do on the podcast because a Night of the Seven Kingdoms is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember this.
You and your brother? You talking about Game of Thrones stuff y'all did? Is that
I believe you might be missing the greater point of the show, Paladin Butters.
Yeah, I know. Winter is coming and there's dragons and zombies on the way. I'm pretty excited for that.
Broadcasting from the bowels of the Red Keep, a king's road away from a fallen Winterfell and their wintry exile of Castle Black. You're listening to The Night is Dark and Full of Spoilers with Maester Daniel and Ben of House Garrett, Lord of Oxford and Warden of North Mississippi, and other things that sound cool and stuff.
For the night is dark and full of
Spoilers. It's full of spoilers and stuff.
The night is dark and full of
Spoilers!
I keep watching that show and I'm still waiting for the darn dragons to show up and kick everyone's butts.
I'm just saying.
Whose voiceover was this? Is that Will?
That's Will East.
Oh man, that's
My
incredible.
God, Will the Thrill. You know, Will the Thrill and I started at Rebel Radio together.
Oh, I know way too much about Will East that I don't even know if we want to talk about on the program today.
My guy, Will the Thrill.
Will is I remember, man. Will's one of those classic voices for my high school years on Rebel Sports Radio, and
Insane.
Yeah, he's still on the radio, like in Mississippi, right? For like one of those.
Dude, he works for he runs Super Talk.
Super Talk. Okay, I was gonna say like he's
that little bitty radio station in Mississippi.
But he was like the voice of some
Dominate.
rock station in Mississippi, no, for a long time. Like I used to always
All I
listen to
know
like
is that there, like Will East is one of the there's nothing he can't do in this radio business. And like I remember I called him up and I said, "Hey man, I want to do a Game of Thrones segment on my podcast with my brother."
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right." I was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Well, I don't know. This is what he knew nothing about Game of Thrones." I was like, "This is what I want it to be." And he's like, "Okay." And so like an hour later, he sits back and just like he's been done free labor for me like that.
What do you think of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms? Because I started watching. Okay, because I like House of the Dragon, but everybody else hated it.
Nah, it's not it's a more contained story. And I love what made The Night is Dark and Full of Spoilers so much fun with my brothers. Daniel has Maester Daniel, because I'm Ben of House Garrett. Maester Daniel has an encyclopedic knowledge of Game of Thrones. That is not a joke. That is not an exaggeration. That is not hyperbolic. Like Daniel he would have been a maester at the Citadel. He knows all the history and lore. So a lot of what A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, a very contained story, what makes it so good is that you can explore what makes the world itself so great. Like, okay, somebody's on the Iron Throne. Yeah, that was what Game of Thrones was all about. Danny wanted to take back the Iron Throne, John, and then White Walker. Blah. This is about a dude who's a hedge knight who lost his mentor. The knight he served a knight named Sir I've lost all my thing. Sir Arwen of Pennytree. And it opens with him burying him, and he's going to go joust to try to figure out what he's going to do next, and it leads to this great story. But it really dives into the lore. And I'm like, dude, we could talk about the Targaryen lineage. We don't even have to talk about the freaking dragons in the Iron Throne and this. No, we talk about like Maester Aemon from the Wall, who John meets when he gets sent to Castle Black.
Yeah,
is the older brother of Egg from this story. Aegon Targaryen, who was the unlikely king. See, again, don't get me
you've lost me, dude. I zoned out for a second there, but I do remember listening to a couple episodes back in the day of
should I bring it back? I need people to tell me in the YouTube comments, on Twitter, at the Ole Miss Spirit, omspirit.com, affiliate of On3. Sign up today for just $1. We're all trying to get through the off season together.
Is Daniel doing it with you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if he's doing it, then of course I'd say you bring it back.
Oh. Yeah. You saying I can't do it on my own? But no, I can't
it wouldn't be the same on your own.
No. Oh, Mary says yes.
Mary says yes. I think that would do well. And I think with TikTok the way it is now, you could probably, start a page.
You got to clip out the good quotes and do the
that's you, big dog. That's not me. This is all you.
But like you're the
you have all this time now. You have all this time and energy now that you're not flooding your system with sugar. I mean, you're gonna be lively every day. Wanting to cover these clips.
Lent starts midnight and lasts till Easter Sunday. Praise be to God for the opportunity that I might show discipline and honor him through not shoving everything that's sugary into my freaking system all day, every day, and saying, well, it's not hard drugs. Well, it hits your body about the same, especially if you abuse it. You can abuse anything, man. It doesn't have to be drugs and alcohol. You know what I mean? Like it could be something as simple as Little Debbie shelves. And buddy, I could eat the Star Crunch, oatmeal cream pies. Yep, the gym is next.
The gym is next. Speaking of which, that's what I'm doing after I put up this pod. So on that note, it's been real. Appreciate y'all for tuning into another episode of The Game Runs Deep and Talking Champions. Spirit Ben, you can follow him at Spirit Ben on Twitter, Instagram. I am Spirit Ben. Of course, the Ole Miss Spirit. If you subscribe right now, it's a 50% or $1 right now. What's
$1 for your first 5 days.
$1 for your first 5 days. $1. That's all.
Scan the QR code if
that's less than the crunch whatevers that Ben eats. So bunch of crunch. You can literally subscribe to the Spirit for 5 days for less than a bag of bunch of crunch. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. Sudu TV on Twitter, Instagram. Scan the QR code. Supporting the Albany High School's production of Tuck Everlasting.
So that coming out of your mouth is so it's fantastic.
It's in there, man. I know it. And of course, Mudcat Media on socials as well. Make sure you follow. Subscribe on YouTube. If you listen to the podcast anywhere else, like Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, give us a follow on there. Give us a like on there. Benny, that's it. Any parting words before we go?
God is good all the time. And I would have just said, hey, Sudu, God is good, but I was worried you say, damn right, like the last time we did it. But
I already said it all. That's just
win at midnight. Ask me in 3 days if I've lost my mind.
We'll see y'all.
Hotty toddy.
Bunch of crunch.